quote from Clemson University, where Walter Cox says, "People with disabilities can." Meet the facts about inclusion. I'm Lori Chapelier, second grade teacher with a bachelor's degree in learning disabilities and a master's degree in emotional and behavior disorders. I also have a son with Down syndrome.
And I'm Melanie Foster, a third grade teacher with a bachelor's degree in elementary education and a master's degree in learning disabilities.
I'm Emily Smith. I'm also a third grade teacher. I have a bachelor's in elementary ed and my master's in learning disabilities.
I'm Betty Padgett. I'm a preschool teacher. I have a bachelor's degree in early childhood education and elementary education and a master's degree in emotional and behavior disorders.
Today we will be discussing inclusion. Our school districts are making slow progress in this area. We began by allowing students with special needs to follow gen ed classrooms to lunch, recess, and related arts. Now we are finally to the point that these children are going to the general ed classrooms for some subjects, but we still see that these students are grouped together at a table in the back of the classroom. Today our focus is what inclusion is and how do we get administration and teachers to embrace inclusion to make it work with students for special needs.
I think inclusion is about attitudes. General education teachers are not trained in special education, and sometimes they have a fear of the unknown.
An inclusion class should have everyone working on the same topic, even if they're doing different activities at different levels.
I think administrators should provide clear expectations, a model for inclusion, and time for training or disabilities awareness for gen ed teachers. General education teachers need supports and tools for managing problem behaviors in the classroom. With these supports, I think inclusion would be more widely accepted and some of the fears would be gone.
Those are very good points. Changing attitudes, everyone engaged in legitimate activities, disabilities awareness, supports and tools for gen ed teachers. That's a step in the right direction.
And with no child left behind and accountability, teachers are worried about state testing and the impact inclusion would have on their scores. How can we address this issue?
I think inclusion, when implemented appropriately, will aid in closing the achievement gap between students with special needs and those typically developing students.
I agree with you, Betty. If we include these students in the general ed curriculum, over time the test scores will increase.
I think it's also important to remember, especially for administrators, that numbers, scores, and ranks are not the most important thing.
I agree, Melanie. The bottom line is that we are dealing with little lives, and even though the increased scores may take time to see, inclusion will help these students. We must help each child reach their full potential.
We've discussed some good points about what teachers and administrators need to know and do, so here's our top 10 list.
Number 10, inclusion requires teachers. Number 10, inclusion requires teachers and administrators to reflect on their own attitudes.
Number 9, teachers should plan ahead and offer a variety of activities on the topic.
Number 8, administrators should provide training and supports for general ed teachers.
Number 7, forget state testing and numbers and focus on the child. The numbers will take care of themselves.
Number 6, use a wide range of teaching strategies based on the child's needs.
Number 5, plan for individual learning requirements.
Number 4, administrators should model appropriate attitudes and practices.
Number 3, work together with other teachers and professionals.
Number 2, forget the notion of their children, my children. They're all our children.
And number 1, remember that inclusion is not just recess and PE.
We hope that this information is helpful in bringing our education system into the 21st century, and by truly including children with special needs, we will decrease our high school dropout rate.
That's our top 10 list for administrators and teachers. Now, we hope you enjoy our most important reason for inclusion.